It's the Chelsea team making every day a blue day for their fans at the moment, and it's been this way for nearly 2 years now. Johnny, the Chelsea fan, called Jason Cundy and Jermaine Pennant on the sports bar last night and has simply had enough.
We are in a crisis. We got Hollywood PR and pantomime at the bridge. The Chelsea supporters are booing now. Pochettino's going to be out the door. It's inevitable. He's ex-Spurs. It was never going to work. The heritage, everything about Chelsea, we don't accept anything Spurs at our football club. So they've gone wrong there. It's right now what's happening at Chelsea, a carbon copy of what happened under Potter, except Potter had better results with no pre-season. Pochettino's had a pre-season and he's 4 losses worse and a position below the table from 10th to 11th. We are actually in a decline. There's no trust the process for me. We got basically a financial fair play deficit of 100 million when we're meant to balance the books. We spent £1 billion. All right, we got directors with no track record before they come to Chelsea, and then their track record at Chelsea is even worse. In my opinion, the only way you can hire a new gaffer and to bring me an elite gaffer is to sack these 2 directors. All right, because they're not good enough. They're mid-level. They're not qualified for Chelsea Football Club. Right, and then what you can do is bring me a José Mourinho. I want a manager that knows what it takes to win. He's Mr. Chelsea, and he can come and lay the foundations like he did under Roman Abramovich. And if they don't do that, and they don't change the model, the supporters are not stupid, and they're not going to have it.
He's not happy, man, Ali. Look,
Johnny is not happy. He makes some good points, though, Jeff. I mean, he's not happy, but he does make some good points. I'm not sure going back to Mourinho was the right thing to do. I just think they're at the stage now, excuse me, a little bit like United, where you've clearly got a good manager. Okay, they're not getting good results at the moment, I get it, but but they need to stick with them, and they need to try and get their way around it. But I mean, Chelsea, I've got to say, I've been bordering on appalling, really. And you look at some of the signings, Thiago Silva looks exposed. He looks his age now in a 2 when he's playing 2 at the back. If you're going to play Thiago Silva, who's been a tremendous player, it looks to me as if you're going to have to play him in a 3 with somebody either side of him to protect him. I mean, they've got good players. Gusto gave away the penalty at the weekend. I thought he was the only one that looked anything like bright against Liverpool. Middle of the park's the biggest problem. I mean, Caicedo and Fernandes, Jeff, for £250 million, I've got to say, I'm looking for a wee bit more, right?
But
They've been
that's
bang
the problem.
Average.
That's the problem, isn't it, Ali? Ash, the Newcastle fans, just texted in saying Chelsea have got far bigger problems than the manager. When the recruitment is scattergun, what can you expect the manager to do with players he can't mould into his image? And that's spot on, isn't it?
I think it's a really valid point. Jeff, I can't remember in any other circumstances where a new manager going to a club, the first thing he's got to do is trim the squad. Because 99 times out of 100 when a manager goes to the squad, he says, yes, okay, I'll have a look at the squad, but I want to bring 1 or 2 of my own in. Now, Pochettino definitely obviously want to bring 1 or 2 of his own in, but when he first went to this team, the first thing he had to do was get rid of about 4 or 5. So they've got massive problems. They really have. And I don't see an immediate problem being solved, to be brutally honest. I think they're going to have to stick with Pochettino. They've got a long season ahead of them now, sitting in whatever 10th, 11th place, Jeff. But I don't believe, and I like Mourinho. I really do like Mourinho, but I don't think this is the time to go back again.
I think it's just worth reminding people that maybe it's not the José Mourinho that was at Chelsea, sacked by Spurs, sacked by Roma when they were 9th in the table, 6 red cards in 2 seasons in Italy. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I'm not sure he's quite the manager that he once was. Anyway, let us know what you think. 03717223344. Chelsea fans clearly feel that something needs to change. What exactly does need changing? Give myself and Ali a call this morning.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.